In today's episode of Harmony for the General Public, I'm going to share with you music I composed as a child, as a teenager, at Walnut Hill. I think I was either 16 or 17 when this composition was composed. Okay, let's talk about the first phrase. Okay, kind of start somewhere, then we get back. So it feels like, okay, that mini idea is over. Let's just call it a phrase for now. That was the top voice, in this case, the violin 2. Notice it starts and goes down. Let's listen to that with plus the viola. So the viola, I'll play. So it also starts higher and then goes lower. Let's add the cello. And the cello does exactly the same thing. It does this. Let me know in the comments anyone who has such a good ear that they could actually hear the cello or the lowest note when I was playing them all three. Be very curious about that. Okay, so here, since they're all starting, they have their own pitch, and they go down together. Okay, they're both going down by a step. We'd say that's parallel motion. This is a very important term for harmony for the general public. I've resisted introducing it, but now is the time. We got to get it out there. Parallel motion. Now, if you're confused, okay, then you need to check out our videos on steps and leaps. It's a video I made for the What the Fugue video series, but it is totally applicable. So basically in classical music, we have different distances. We have a step, because it's only one way, or we have a leap. Okay, so go ahead and check out that video if you want more information. But this phrase, we say has parallel motion because they're all moving at the same distance in the same direction. And one other thing I want to say is that we're hearing some kind of a pattern, right? And we go back. So notice how the music sets up some kind of expectation or some kind of musical logic, okay? Before we go any further, I would just like to remind everyone that my symphony, my first symphony, Help on the Way for Orchestra, has been completed. I have put the score available for purchase for anyone who would like to purchase it. But also, I am trying to get it performed. I'm emailing lots of orchestras and have not yet sealed the deal, but hoping to seal the deal sooner rather than later. I'm also looking into logistics of funding the symphony. I would like to create some kind of a lucrative engine, hopefully within classical music, where people can make a lot of purchases, something they want to buy, and then I could use that money instead of for myself and, fund the symphony. So, wish me luck. Okay, so in this passage of Help Us on the Way, we have the lower instruments, which we already discussed, violin 2, viola, cello. It's a string quartet. So one more. And then the violin 1 comes up here. I love that because it's like before I ever was kind of learned officially, before I had like a doctrine, and this is just what I wanted to compose. And it sounds awesome. And notice it gets superimposed over the kind of lick, shall we say, in the other voices. Okay, and notice that the top voice of violin 1 doesn't change, right? While the other voices are changing, okay? And there's a special word for this. It's called a pedal, okay? A pedal. This word is extremely important in harmony. It is so important that you have to remember, okay? It's called a pedal, but don't worry, we'll review it more and more. And then the violin 2 comes in with this new lick. I can't play everything, so I'll just isolate things. Okay. And so something I'm hoping that you're starting to observe is we have this pattern set up. And we add other things, but notice that nothing's really changing, right? It's just staying. And so in this section of The Sun Also Rises, what I see is like we have some kind of comet coming from afar, like we have the darkness. It's like the people are saying, what's going on? What do you see something? You see something? And then you see like this comet come like, oh my God, and people getting more excited. And it's just building.